Hey YouTube, and welcome to this video where I'll be showing you how to connect your Metatrader 4 or 5 to Myfxbook. Now this video is again pulled directly from the course Automation Trading Mastery, and this is a full tutorial where I break down every step, because if you're not careful it can catch you out. So please, as you go through the video, pause and follow those steps in line. Okay, let's jump into it. Now that we've set the bots up, it's time to connect them to Myfxbook, which is the website you should have signed up with earlier. Myfxbook can be used for a multitude of things, but in this lesson, we're going to connect the Myfxbook to the bots, which shows you the performance. It pulls all the data and it presents it in a nice, easily viewable format. So here we have Myfxbook, and the first thing you do is you go to Portfolio and Add Accounts, which will bring you to this page. We then select platform. Now we're using Metatrader 4 in this instance, so it always matters, and make sure you choose the correct one, auto update. Moving over, it's now got the account name. So for the account name, I'm just going to drag it onto screen with our bot passwords. Number one, I named it Moneymaker Low Risk. Now what you can do is also, just to remind you what that is 0.02 for the lot size. And Moneymaker, very high risk for number two, which is 0. Okay, so with that information, we can just copy that here. Move that out of the way for now. And now we go to broker. So if you start typing IC and then space M, there you go, IC markets, and now your server. Now, Myfxbook's quite awful at this bit, so what I do is I copy it exactly here. Let me show you why. When you click the drop down, it isn't alphabetical. It's got no order to it, so it's just bloody awful. So that's why I copy it, I paste it, and it brings up the exact correct one. Click on that. Remember, in here, it's got to be named exactly the same. If you go for IC markets hyphen demo 06 without the SC, it won't connect. So be very careful and just make sure that you're correct. Now for the account number, I'm just going to get the account number, paste it, and investor password. What we're going to do is lowercase ABC123. This password is going to change in a second. It's very weak. I won't recommend it normally, but we're literally using it for a couple of minutes. Don't hit create account yet. Now what we need to do is we need to go to the trade password up here, or this is also known as a master password, and copy that. Minimize. And I'm then going to bring into view the VPS. We need to open up number one, and then I'm going to about to take you through some steps. So please follow this closely, because this is where people make a lot of mistakes. So pause it, take your time, and let's carry on. You need to go to Tools and Options. And then in the Server tab here, Password, we click Change. You put your current password, which is the master password. Now, very careful. Again, this is the biggest place where people make mistakes. Someone's going to do it, and when it happens, I want you to remember, and those of you, when you see someone asking what's happened, send them back to this video so they can rewatch it and then they can learn the lesson. Okay, so instead of changing master password, we don't want to do that. We want to change the investor password. We then put ABC123. ABC123. I'm not sure if I fat fingered that then. Did that work? No. So when you don't get the passwords matching in this part, it'll refuse to accept. So if I click OK now, there we go. We've now changed the read-only password to ABC123. But again, don't go back to the website yet. I want you to click change one more time. Again, remember to click on change investor password, but paste your master password again. And we're just going to leave that as it is for now. back to Myfxbook, and we click create account. It will take up to 30 seconds, but once you've finished, it'll say down here added successfully and successfully processed. Sometimes it's a bit glitchy and it says fails to connect. Just try one more time. If it doesn't connect, then it's likely you've done something wrong, so start all over. This, I think, is the most frustrating part for people. The first time they do it, it's quite frustrating. It's going to take you some time, but I promise you after that, you get used to it. You're going to make mistakes. So now we go to privacy settings of that account. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to connection here. And see this that says verify my account? We click that. And here is a verification password. And this is what we're going to now change. So we've copied that. I'm just going to make a note of that. Where have we gone? Boom. So I'm now going to make a note of that there. And then we're going to bring this back up. Remember, make sure this is changed to change investor password. And we then paste this. So we're changing it from the ABC123 to the verification. And we click OK and OK. Back to here and verify my account. Again, this can take about 10, 20, 30 seconds. Once it's verified, this message will pop up here. So yeah, we just click close and save. Now, if I hit the refresh button, you'll see that the trading privileges will light up too. So this is very important and something just to be aware of, especially when you're new to this. Right, Myfxbook will give us, and we're about to look into this, some key information. And you will get a lot of bullshitters in this space who will share Myfxbook. They don't have a tick for track record, meaning they didn't put the first ABC123 in to prove they control the account. And they also don't have the trading privileges, meaning they've not got control of this. Now, also, this data, screenshots can be manipulated just by editing the code of the website. So if you ever do view if anyone's ever presenting to you their Myfxbook data, ask them to hit refresh and then make sure. Now, Myfxbook, what it does a lot of things that we're going to look more into, but what it does in this instance, what we're using it for, is it connects to your Metatrader server, it pulls all that data out and it presents it to you in a nice viewable format. But it doesn't do it real time. So what it means is it's not live connected constantly, and sometimes you might get a drawdown. Let's say, imagine if it goes into 30% drawdown, but if it doesn't send that data request at that point and it goes back to 15%, it's always going to be lower. So what I'm saying is take this with a pinch of salt. We've got a solution, but also more importantly, take other people's claims with a pinch of salt. You can, if you wish, connect live update. This costs $60 a year. I use it personally because, you know, I'm profitable in my accounts and I want the data real. It's important that I show people real data. So again, ask yourself, if you've got people showing you insane growth and low drawdown, but they've not even been bothered to pay for this live update feature, which is only $60, why not? If you connect it live update, that means the data is likely more realistic. So what you can see for this moneymaker low risk 0.02 is since connecting, and it's only been 3 days, so it's Sunday it connected Sunday evening and we're now Wednesday afternoon, so not even, it's 2.5 days basically. It's done 0.7%, which is averaging 0.24% daily, and its drawdown so far has been 0.35. Please don't think that this is how the drawdown lasts on Moneymaker. It's martingale, you're running 3 pairs, it will go higher, I can assure you that. But remember, Moneymaker is a training bot. And it shows you here last updated 8 minutes ago. Sometimes you may come to it and it might take hours to update. So just be aware of that. If we go down here, we've got some information, but what I want to bring to your attention is the history bit here. So open trades, they're all the open ones at the moment, and history, they're all the ones that we had here. So as you can see, you can go through that in time. Now this, again, this is just something to familiarize yourself. At this moment in time, you know, if you're a data nerd, please crack on. But at this moment in time, all I want you to be focusing on is the gain, the daily gain, and the drawdown. Okay, we've now connected that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat that same process. So I'm going to do this all again on the video because, like I say, this is a lot can go wrong. So portfolio, and I see markets, we get the server name. Use the correct server, account number, ABC123. Okay, so we now get the master password, remember? And we now bring up our VPS, number 2, tools, options, change, paste the master password, tick this to change to investor, ABC123. ABC123. Okay, change the master password, tick investor, back to the website and click create account. That one's now done. Take me to privacy settings. It'll open this up, connection, verify account. Let's copy that password. First of all, let's paste it into our spreadsheet under the read-only password tab. Hit save, back to the VPS, and then paste it in here. Okay. Okay. That's the website. Verify my account. And it should connect. Again, it takes about 30 seconds. It's now saying account verified successfully. Hit close, save. Let's hit that refresh button. Boom, trading privileges. There we go. So back to this one. Within the 2.5 days, it's done 3.5% and it's only had 1.56% drawdown. Again, don't think that you can run this like this and it's going to be 1.56. I want you to remember this has been designed to blow, and blow it will. I promise you that. Okay, so that is connecting to Myfxbook to view the data. Just remember those sticking points. The biggest one is that people, instead of clicking change investor password, they leave it selected as change master and they get into a whole muddle. So just please take your time and pause the video. See you in the next one.